Welcome back to another episode of the Drastic Thoughts podcast. Pretty phenomenal Toronto sport night last night. We had an overtime Leafs win, which, might actually not be a great thing at this moment in time. Might need a tank for that pick. We had a Brandon Ingram game winner against the Pacers to make
Pow,
it
pow,
nine
pow.
straight for the Raps. And perhaps most importantly, welcome Dylan Cease to the Toronto Blue Jays. Dan, how's it going, buddy?
Good, man. Like you said, it's a great night. Dylan, welcome aboard. Looking forward to having you. Possibly ace, possibly number two. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, that BI game winner got me all fired up. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to record this
Yeah,
one.
I know we watched the end of the Pacers game last night, but I was at dinner with my mom, and my phone just starts like it wasn't on D&D or anything, so it just starts
Hmm.
going crazy. I'm like, I literally am thinking before I even look, I feel like something just happened, and I look, and my various group chats are like, going crazy, and I just look at open Twitter, and I just see Dylan C 7-2-10 to the Jays. Man, it's definitely awesome that we're coming out aggressive after the World Series. Usually, this front office regime is one that sort of waits out the market to sort of get a bargain, maybe, or to see costs come down. I can't really remember the last time we went early and sort of set the tone like this. And with Cease, man, it's pretty funny with him because he obviously, if you look at his ERA last year, 4.5, not
Not great.
great, not
Yeah.
good, not good at all. And then he still gets 210 because of all the analytics stuff with him and all the
Hmm.
under the hood sort of metrics. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. Love Cease, man. I've loved him since his White Sox days, and he's got all the talent in the world. We are now going to be the third team that's thought they could get the best out of him. We'll see if our infrastructure can do that, but it's definitely exciting, man. Is it like a slam dunk home run of a contract? Definitely not. Um, it's it's pricey for what he's done, but if he can tap into being a bit more consistent and just riding his arm talent, I think it's gonna be a great deal for the Jays.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and we spoke about this yesterday, but you're really paying for the first 4 or 5 years of that contract. And then the next two
Right.
are a wash. Maybe you trade it off. You see what happens. But yeah, man, like he's got all the talent in the world.
All
And
the
I
talent.
feel like with someone like him too, later you see it with certain pitchers, but later in their career they become a little bit more polished just from learning experiences, changing scenery, stuff like that. So huge addition.
Huge addition.
He's got to focus on throwing strikes. I think it's a big thing. He walks quite a few
Yep.
guys, but with a good defense behind him, I think there's no doubt that
Hmm.
that one shouldn't be an issue. And then I just still hope there's some Bo money left.
I think there 100% is, to be
Yeah,
honest.
and
Yeah.
if he's comfortable with shifting over to second, then we make great improvements. We get a healthy Tony back, and it's the same roster it was last year, with the exception of Scherzer.
Yeah.
So
And Bassett, but
true.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, love Bo, but your days of playing shortstop for the Toronto Blue Jays are over, my friend. If you are back, you will be playing second base because Jimenez was just so good there
Dirty,
down the stretch. But
dirty
yeah,
player.
Bassett and Scherzer combined for 36. Cease and Bieber are combined like 38, with Cease has deferrals, so it makes his present day stuff down to 26 per year. So in terms of pitching stuff, that's sort of the money's sort of a wash there. So we still have money to play with if we want a Bo or a Kyle Tucker or a hitting addition.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, that's an awesome signing. Um, I'm fired up about it. Am I a little nervous? I can't lie. There is a possibility where it doesn't go great if the ERA stays inflated like it has been. But overall, every single free agent starter sort of had question marks. You had Framber Valdez, is
Yeah.
he an asshole? You had the Japanese guys never pitched a game, or he's never pitched in the MLB. Ranger Suarez throws 90 miles per hour. Michael King can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to dip your toes into the upper free agent starting pitching market this year, I definitely think Cease is a great bet on out of those options.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. Um, yeah, I think not that pitching was our biggest issue, because I actually think we got really good pitching in the playoffs for the most part. But having a guy like that on the roster to rest Gauze,
Hmm.
Savage, hopefully he can continue the success he was having this year into the next. So it's always just good to have another stud with you.
Oh,
Never
for sure.
hurts.
And
Yeah.
next year, Gosman and Bieber are free agents, right? So
Yeah.
this is definitely a move where it might seem like a surplus now, but in the later years, and Gos and Bieber may not be back. Barrios, I think he has an option soon, and considering that guy wasn't even in the dugout in the World Series, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if he sort of wanted a new start somewhere else.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just a great. It's Cease has been one of the most durable pitchers in the game. He's made 32 starts like the last 5 years. He's one of the best strikeout pitchers in the league. Yeah, there are quirks and stuff we hope we can iron out, but man, betting on the arm talent's fun, and it's awesome that we're not the fucking runner up. We're not the
Hmm.
bridesmaid. We're the one who locked it in.
Hmm.
And it's cool. Like we heard all those rumors coming from the World Series. Like players are taking notice. Like the city's on fire. Yada yada yada. And the first like Josh Naylor was a big signing for Seattle, but
Yeah.
Cease is really the first big 100+ million signing. And it's
Yeah.
pretty cool that we set the market and then we got a great player commitment right out of the gate.
I agree. It's and
Yeah.
as you mentioned yesterday as well, the follow it like the next year's free agent class isn't so great, with the
No.
exception of Bieber and
Pitching, it's
Gosman.
okay.
Yeah.
Pitching, it's okay, but the hitting's atrocious. It's like
Yeah.
Varsho and Jazz Chisholm. So, yeah,
No thanks.
yeah,
Well, I'd like to have Varsho back, but
yeah,
you know.
yeah. So, I mean, that was a great start to our night, locking in Dylan Cease, and then we had our Raps get their ninth in a row. Holy shit! Um, like always, we'll start chronologically with the games that we've had this week. So we'll start in our Brooklyn game on Sunday. The Raps beat the Nets 119 to 109. Again, second Brooklyn game. Again, I thought it was pretty ugly. We had just a lid on the rim in the third quarter. We only had
Mm,
22 points in the third quarter. RJ gets hurt. Luckily, no big structural damage. He's out for about a week, they said. Anytime there's a non-contact injury, you get a little nervous. So that, all things considered, I think's good. Um, Again, IQ with two big clutch threes late. Not an
not a great
amazing game
game.
from him
Yeah.
at all, but just when like in the Philly game, hit his shots when we really needed them, which was great. Dude, 8 wraps in double figures. So
Yeah, I was
like
gonna say
the highlight wraps, like Scotty had 17 with 6 stocks, so like a great game from him.
huge,
Bi had 14, a 6 of 18, terrible shooting night
disgusting.
from
I
him.
think it's his worst game.
Um, Shed had 11 and 9 assists,
Yeah.
so that was good. But no one really went crazy, but just our depth really showed up. Like I said, like 8 guys in double figures.
Hmm. I agree. It's a good gritty win. The thing I'll say though is, it is concerning to me that we beat them pretty much in every significant stat, with the exception of rebounding and blocks, and that's because of Jakob's, not being
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, Pirtle was rested that game. Yeah,
And it is concerning to me that Nets probably are top three worst teams in the league, and we do most things right. Like Bi had his worst game, so like that's the caveat. But we do almost everything right. Like we had a system. We had 10 less turnovers than them. We shot well from
I
the
was going to
line. We
mention
shot
that.
well
Yep,
from three,
yep.
and we still like it was still very close
Hmm.
within like 3 minutes of the fourth, and we started to pull away a little bit after
Right.
Mamu hit a dagger. But like, it is a little concerning, and it definitely suggests that we still need that backup center. Like, no doubt in my mind. It's becoming glaringly obvious now, and we'll touch upon it a bit
Yeah,
further because there's a couple prospects that, like prospective trade ideas, I want to bounce off you later on. But
for sure.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, definitely great point with the turnovers. That was the main stat I highlighted too. They had 19, we had 9, and that led to 26 to 12 points off turnovers. And in a game you win by 10, that's sort of
yeah.
like the big stat that jumps out. We shot 46%, they shot 47, so pretty even there. We were 50% from 3, they were 35,
Hmm.
but they had a bigger volume. They shot 34 threes, we shot 30. So overall, I mean, we made 15, they made 12, so not a big discrepancy there. But again, you win by 10, stuff like that's going to show up later. Um, yeah, man, with the Nets, like it's just games you just want to get through healthy, and that sucks that RJ went down here, but it's just like Tyrese Martin just got caught fire and
Yeah.
he dropped 26 for them. He was their leading scorer, and it's just like, are you serious? Like, come on, man. We talked about Jordy Fernandez. We like him, Team Canada coach. Like, really, really, I really like him. but they're just a pathetic roster. They're not. They're obviously trying to get back into the top five this year in the draft. And like I said, man, starting the season, I said minimum 3 out of 4, and we've started 2-0. Both games, like you said, been a little gritty, but both wins, so you can't complain too much about it.
Yeah, I think after what we've proven too, we should take the next two against them. Like no doubt in my mind. And I mean, I guess RJ going down does cause some disruption with like chemistry a little bit for the game. Like guys are like in their heads a bit. Like fuck, it's a non-contact injury. You know how some athletes get sentimental about those sorts of things when you see teammates go down. So there was definitely a psychological factor to that. But yeah, we pulled it out in the end, and a lot closer than it needed to be. But good teams win those games, and that's what they got it done.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. Also, last thing, Brandon Ingram hit the 10,000 career point plateau. Becomes the 5th player from the 2016 draft class. Do you want to try and guess who the other 4 are off the top of your head?
Definitely not Jakob.
Yeah, good, safe bet there.
Sorry, this was the 2016 draft class?
Correct. This is very unprompted, so no worries if...
Yeah, no. I was going to say Tatum, but he's the year before. Is Jalen
He's the year
there?
after. Yeah, Jalen Brown's one.
Yeah. Does Julius... Is he in this? No.
Former Raptor is another one that we may have just played recently.
Did we draft him? Oh, Pascal.
Yes,
of course.
Pascal.
Yeah.
Yep. The other two are both play in California at the moment, and were both at one point a member of the Sacramento Kings.
De'Aaron and Tyree. No, De'Aaron and not De'Aaron.
No, they both currently play in California right now. One might still be on Sacramento.
They're currently playing. Sabonis,
okay. And then the last one's hilarious.
The
last one started in Sac, and now he's on Golden State.
Oh my God, you're kidding! He hit 10,000. I guess he's a sniper.
I mean, he's firing threes, man. Buddy Hield.
Well, he got the ball a lot in New Orleans, like early in his career, so that's fair.
Oh right, he was the Boogie trade.
Yeah, dude.
Right,
that was a big piece back then. Like he's young.
That was funny.
Shoot.
Yeah,
the Bahamian.
And kind of cool because of BI's injuries, he's actually the quickest to do it in terms of games played with 512. So it's sort of the story of his career when he's on the court. Very efficient and good player. But I mean, 10K. It's definitely an accomplishment. It's not some crazy number, but good for Ingram, and hopefully there's a lot more where that came from in his Raptors tenure the next 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, when did Pascal hit it? Does it say there?
I don't know, dude. This was just a Lewinberg tweet. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I would guess like a year or two ago, kind of recently. Because again, with us, he started bench mob, right? Like he started there, and then sort of the Kawhi year, he got low 20s in points per game, and then went up from there. So, and he's also been pretty durable. So I'd guess the last 2.5 years maybe. Yeah. But yeah. Anything else from the Nets game, or you good to move on?
Good to move on.
Yeah, I mean it's the Nets. You just try and get through those ones and.
I will say, I mean, like Shed massive plays in the fourth. Like
I got
one of his best games.
I got a great Shed stat for the Cleveland game that I'm going to read you at some point. But yeah.
Okay.
All right. So great win. And then the next day we had a back-to-back with Cleveland. They were also on a back-to-back, which sort of evened it out, which was nice. RJ was obviously out. Cleveland had Allen, Hunter, Merrill, and Garland out. Jacoby started for RJ. Raps won 110-99. Swept the season series with Cleve 3-0. So unless we play them either in the playoffs or in the NBA Cup, because Cleveland's still alive, we're done with them this year, and we went undefeated, which is, they won 60 games last year. That's pretty cool.
First place in the East.
It's caveat being that I don't think we ever played them fully healthy, but I mean, they've kind of chosen to rest guys against us this year. So they're still a deep team. I still like their wins. Donovan played 2 games, and Donovan's been like unreal this year. This might be his best year in the league, so definitely impressive.
And Mobley played every single game.
Yeah.
I don't think did Jira play a game? I don't even know.
I think he played the first one. He played the first one, I'm pretty sure.
Fair.
I could be wrong there. I don't know. But we just talked about how BI was so bad in the Brooklyn game. He switched that up the last 2 games, and he started here. 37, 7-2, 15 of 30 from the field, 5 of 11 from 3, and he went 2 of 5 from the line. So if he goes perfect from the line, that's a 40 piece he
Yeah.
drops. It's the most points BI scored since 2024 against the Toronto Raptors when he scored 41. We lost by 38 in New Orleans that game, so
Ah.
come a long way. Good for BI there. Scotty with 18, 11, and 6 on 8 of 13. I saw a great sort of Raptors Twitter trend around this time when it was like, man, like I'm watching Scotty and I'm sort of like critiquing his game. And then I look up and he's got 18, 11, and 6. And just the floor of Scotty's game has gotten so solid.
It's a
Like,
great
even
point.
when you don't think he's having like a huge Scotty game, it's still like a double double with 5 assists. That's really good for him to sort of have that in his back pocket where stuff isn't going great, but he's still affecting the game positively. So I love that. Um, IQ 11, 6, and 7 shot poorly, 5 of 14. Donovan only 17 and 8 on 6 of 20. Jacoby Walter was on him, so
Mm.
that's pretty encouraging. And Jacoby as a whole, I think, has been encouraging this week. I've been really impressed with him. Before I go into like the overall game stats, any sort of things you want to jump in on there from any of those?
I mean, not a great quick game. 5 for 14, as you mentioned.
Yeah,
Uh, and Garland wasn't present. Not saying Garland's like a lockdown defender or anything, but there wasn't too much tension on him on the defensive end. So pretty underwhelming. Jakob 13 boards, big presence in the paint. Mamu, I thought one of his best games. Super composed. He hit some big shots, and he had a lot of good moments where he was good help, like running on help defense, kind of like isolating Mobley sort of just outside the paint, making him force him to make him tough decisions, either kicking out back outside the arc and then they have to reset, or just forcing bad shots and stuff like that. So Grady was horrible, 0 for 5. And yeah, Jacoby, as you mentioned, like incredible defense, and just offensively was pretty good too. So
dude, his like ideal version of himself, you can clearly see what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a good on-ball defender who can hit corner threes, and that's like such a valuable thing. And honestly, looking at our roster, that's something we desperately need, like a 3 and D wing.
mm,
He's more of a guard, like a two guard, but a guy who can. I mean, that was one of Mitchell's worst games of the year. He was 6 of 20, man, and
yeah,
Jacoby was the primary on him. Like super encouraging.
yeah,
In terms of overall stats, Cleveland shot 41%. We were 49. Cleveland was 29% from three. We were 28. We out rebounded them 63 to 40. So that's like a huge number. In a game we win by 11. So everything else was sort of close. But yeah, man, like it's just these are wins where it's a back to back, and I know Cleveland was on a back to back too, but in recent years, like we keep saying, this whole trend of like in recent years, this wouldn't have happened. Like just a gritty, grindy win.
hmm
Um, and like Bi tweaked his ankle. We touched on the last spot. He tweaked his ankle coming into this back to back. Played
scary.
both games and put up 37 here. Like
Yeah.
really encouraging win here.
Yeah, I mean, if that's New Orleans, he's probably out the next 2 weeks. He doesn't care to play. He's like, fuck it, I'll just,
Exactly,
moss.
dude.
But
Yeah,
another thing too, just when I think Jacoby, I think like if he can be like 60% of Klay Thompson at his peak,
yeah.
that's a
Not the shooting.
great.
Let's eliminate the
No.
shooting.
Of course,
But yeah,
yes,
yeah,
like of course
yeah,
not. But like it just
yeah.
defensively, and like he's able to consistently knock down that corner
Exactly, dude.
three,
You
dude.
do that, you'll make a lot
Huge.
of money in
Oh
this
yeah,
league, and
that's an
you'll
easy
be a
20, easy 20
exactly.
mil. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
And
fun.
then
It's cool. Yeah, sorry, go on, go on.
no, and just last thing, like then the game, yeah, it was tight for the most of the first half, and then but honestly, midway through the third, we took complete command of the game, and it never really ran from us. Like we just
Yeah,
controlled the tempo. We kind of had our way with them. So that was really encouraging to see as
we
well.
are dominating third quarters this year, man. We touched on it
With
last
the
pod, but
exception of that Nets quarter, yeah.
yeah. But we've the coming out, the timeout, the adjustments, and the Darko speeches, like we said, are working thus far.
I think he's
Yeah,
like
man. It's go
he's
on, go on.
scaring guys like from that first game. I think everyone's scared of him now, so he's just like intimidation is working for
Yeah.
Darko.
Um, we were talking preseason about how like Ochai, Jacoby, and Grady were sort of all in this sort of like same group, same tier, and we were wondering which guys would sort of leap up and sort of make a statement for themselves. And obviously with RJ, so this is sort of like, you know, by necessity that we needed Jacoby to start, but Ochai is definitely for me like the lowest of the three, and sort of the minutes and Darko's trust in him has reflected that. And Jacoby and Grady, they've been. I mean, Jacoby's gotten the start, so the minutes have gone up, and he's sort of flourishing right now. Um, but definitely positives. I know Grady had a bad shooting night this game, but those two guys, man, I've been encouraged, and especially with Jacoby playing a lot more minutes, he's been very encouraging this week for sure.
Yeah, and just to your point there, where those three were kind of jumbled up, fighting for that last sort of, or like the more bench minutes between the three. I think it's ideal that Jacoby is the best one. He's the youngest.
The game
And
and his game is sort of what we need, like we just
exactly,
said, for sure.
exactly. So if
Yeah.
he just polishes what we need him to do, like the other two, like O'Shea's on a pretty team friendly contract to trade. Um,
But we both agree he'll be our trade chip
oh, for
come
sure.
deadline for the
Yeah,
center.
because no one
Yeah.
else, you don't want to fuck with anything like our tempo.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's been really good. So
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, like I don't ever see Grady really becoming like an above average point of attack defender, whereas Jacoby, I mean, that's sort of what we're trying to mold him into. Grady might, I mean, he's supposed to be a better shooter, and I'd say his athleticism over Jacoby, he has more athleticism than
yeah,
Jacoby.
yeah,
But in terms of what we need with this team we've constructed, Jacoby being on Donovan instead of like Quick or even RJ, like if Jacoby can really make that a big part of his game, I think that's going to be awesome for our team.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And another thing is like if this looks really good without RJ, and it hasn't really, like we've gotten both wins, but I think especially last night we desperately missed RJ when we put up 97. I think that was our season low.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though, man, like if our 3 and D Jacoby Walter is making things look really good, it's another thing maybe not to address this year, but into the offseason, like having a look at the RJ market once again.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, Nets, Pacers, Cavs, so two of the three teams pretty bottom of the barrel. So I
And last night was
definitely
bad.
last
So
night was well, Jacoby played well, but yeah, last night was bad.
I just mean overall, like team
Yeah,
wise.
yeah, as a
I
team,
don't I
yeah,
don't really
sure.
mean if Jacoby looks good. I more so mean if the overall team looks
Yeah,
good. But again,
the
our offense
cohesion.
has been awesome to start the year, so I'm not like these are like unnecessary questions. I'm just throwing it out there with like the ideal fit of turning RJ slashing stuff into like just a corner three on ball defender. It's just like interesting to me for sure.
And how much does that pick up the offense? Like it
Yeah,
creates more space for Bino and less
yeah.
touches and yeah.
But again,
Well,
offense has been great, and RJ's been a big part of that. So I don't
for
want to like
sure.
start any of that
Shooting over
conversation, but just
50%.
like curious. Yeah.
Yeah.
The shed stat I want to read you after that game, so his last 3 games, 26 assists and 2 turnovers in 64 minutes. Raptors were plus 47 with him, plus 4 without him.
Yeah.
So we have been leading the Jamal Shed bandwagon and just how fucking awesome he's been. And it just night after night, I trust that guy with the ball, man. Like he's just
He's
a
so
great
exciting.
winning player.
Yeah.
It's just like he's gonna be a pest. He's gonna make the right decision with the ball, and you just feel safe with when he has the ball running a play. Like he's gonna make the right pass, the right play, and he's just been great, man. He's been awesome.
I honestly like watching him on the defensive end more than on offense. Not because he
Well,
doesn't score a whole
no, yeah,
lot,
for
but just
sure.
like he's
Yeah,
so active defensively. And
pesky
he's
man.
oh,
Yeah,
so pesky. God, I love him. Like he's such a fucker, but I love him.
fighting over the screens, flopping on a screen if he gets hit to get the
Yeah,
offensive foul. Like,
yeah.
and then this week too, saying that he's already a half Canadian. He's applying to his citizenship now. Like it's
Love it,
just shit
man.
like that, bro.
That's
Where
what
it's just
fires the
like
fans
fan
up,
favorite,
dude.
man.
Like,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
on. What other American player is gonna do that?
yeah.
None.
Just awesome shit, and yeah, I good for Shedman as the 45th pick, and the year 2, and he's getting like big trust, and honestly. We're running a lot of IQ and Shed together, man. Like Darko likes
Mm-hmm.
that look with both playmakers there. So really happy for him, and on it, he's been such a big part of our team to start the year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anything else, Cleveland game, or you good to keep going?
No, no, just yeah, like you said, great back-to-back Shed games. So
Yeah.
incredible.
All right. So last game, which was last night against the Pacers, and I know we watched the last little bit of it. Raptors win 97-95. Very competitive, gritty, ground and pound game. Obviously, RJ's still out. just an offensive slog, man. Like watching it this morning, like obviously we watched the end of it, but I rewatched it the whole game this morning. We just couldn't get a three to drop. We hit five threes the entire game, and that's a credit of like we missed open looks, and the Pacers D was I thought really strong as well. Um, Grady left and didn't return. He came down really hard. I think going up for a board, and he kind of got hit in the air and slammed his head.
Yeah,
So
it's too bad.
I'd imagine he'll be in concussion protocol, which would mean he'll be out for about a week. It's not been announced or anything, but he did leave, and he's currently questionable, which makes sense. I thought Scotty and Pascal was a really back and forth, a little trash talking and pun intended, spicy matchup. Pascal got a tech even when the Pacers were up like 10, and him and Scotty were really going back. The refs let
Yeah,
them play,
which I like.
which I like. It's an NBA Cup game, so maybe they do a little more like a playoff style where more stuff's let go, which again, we just said we both are fans of. Pirtle with the huge block on Pascal, which led right away. Darko did not call the timeout, which you loved at the time. Which credit to you. I was like, "Fuck, we're not calling the timeout." You're like, "No, no, let him play," and it clearly worked, man. That was awesome, and to lead into the BI game winner with point 0.6 there. And he's yelling, "This is why I'm here. This is why I'm fucking here." And Scotty's like hugging him and pointing him. A lot of fans were like, "This is like Demar and Kyle when Demar's like hugging
Yeah,
Kyle and shit."
yeah.
So that was awesome, man. But yeah, what are your sort of first? Last thing before we get into like overall stats and stuff: 22-0 run, which turned into a 27-3 run at the end of the second, starting the third. So that's really where it did not look great for us. We couldn't get anything to go down, but in the middle of the game we really turned up, and that's where literally we won the game. So
Yeah.
what your first thoughts?
Uh, Definitely not a great one, but super exciting towards like down the stretch. As
Feels
you
like that's a
mentioned.
theme lately, eh? Like just these
Yeah,
gritty wins that we're finding a way, but
I
I'm
know.
I'm fine with it. But
This
yeah,
one really did come down to the last possession, but
for sure.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, like and same thing with the Nets. Good teams find ways to win this game. Obviously, a lot more theatrics late in the game than needed, but pulled it out. I will say, like Scotty and Bi, good games. Like efficiency wise, not so bad overall as a team, but quickly 6 for 19
hmm
and Shed 0 for 4. Shed gets more of a pass. I think some of those shots were, you know, a little. Where he was forced into them. Like I think there was one like late in the clock, he just had to put it up. And you know, it's like it's low volume. It's not causing too much damage. But the quickly 6 for 19, inexcusable. Additionally, like missed two big threes down the
Uh,
stretch.
Yeah, because he had the floater that didn't go.
Yeah, and
I
then
think
took a
Scotty
three
got the offensive rebound,
wide
kicked it back
open.
out to Quick, wide open. It didn't
Yeah.
go either. So
Like
that was
you
tough.
live with that shot, but you got to
Oh,
make one
the
of those,
three,
man.
the
For
three
sure.
for sure. That was
Yeah.
wide open. So yeah, the three was wide open. So definitely we take that shot. But yeah, like down the stretch, we were kind of chatting about it. I think Bi took like four isos in a row, hit the first two, and then bricked the second. And we were like, okay, let's get Scotty a touch here. Let's get. Well, I didn't really say Quick, but Quick obviously took one. Um, but yeah, the offense down the stretch, it was sort of indicative of what the whole Bi concept was, and when he's yelling, "That's why I'm fucking here." Exactly right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to say overall stats, or you have
Yeah.
another
No.
point?
Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so Scotty 24-10 and 5 of 12 from the field, 14 for 14 from the line. So he had like a Shea game, which just made his bread at the line there, which was
That's some
great.
shit, shit, bro.
Bi 26-8 and good shooting, 11-23. So that was great. Like you said, IQ 15, 5 and 6. So counting stats again look good, but then you look 6 and 19, really really bad. So that wasn't great. CMB started, which was A, interesting, and B, he played 7 minutes. So Darko was so quick to go to Jacoby, like, and then just ride Jacoby there. I wonder why CMB even started. I guess they
Well,
liked the matchup with like Siakam and Isaiah Jackson, but just
I
kind of
think
strange there.
yeah, I think that was his initial thought. Like in terms of a team like Indiana, you want to go a bit stockier, a bit heavier, maybe bully him a bit because now that like they don't really have a true center. Isaiah Jackson's been horrible. But I think he quickly realized like that was not going to work. And I don't know if you saw, but not two not so great threes from CMB either. So I think Darko had a short leash on him to begin with, and then once you do that, like you know.
That's sort of the fun thing with our team is like a couple weeks ago, you and me were like Jacoby's invisible. Like, is this guy gonna have to go to like the G League or something?
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like that with CMB, but it's sort of cool where as the time will go on this season, the young guy X might be the hot hand, and then he'll get his time, right? Like
Yeah.
it's sort of cool where, okay, CMB might be struggling and he's missed time and whatever, but now Jacoby stepped up and he's looking really good, and that's sort of why we took the over, which is looking good right now, obviously, because just the depth of our team, where you can sort of look, we just lost RJ, and we're 2-0 since, and Jacoby Walters look fit in very nicely so far.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
It's also nice to note that, like, so 9 straight, as you mentioned, that's about a ninth through the year. Like, you win 9, like, you're perfect essentially through the ninth of the year. Like, that's a big stat to me when you really look it down on like a
Yeah.
overall scale of like the 82
Yeah.
games.
Uh, yeah, since you brought that up, with Boston beat Detroit yesterday, so their streak's over. The Raps are tied with OKC for the longest active win streak in the NBA. Won 9 straight, as you said, 13 of 14, which is tied for the fourth longest win streak in franchise history and their longest since February of 2020, which is the team we've mentioned before, the post Kawhi team that was still really good with Lowry, Gasol, sort of like all those guys. So yeah, very impressive stuff, man. To finish out like the overall stats, we shot 39% from the
Yeah,
field. So how did we
yuck.
win this fucking game? But
Yuck.
Indy was 45%, 19% from three for us, and like I said, only 5 makes, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
Indy was 33%. Um, really look at, so we won by 2, and Indy was 14 to 23 from the line. So do the math. That's 9 missed free throws in a game you missed by 2. That's sort of the
Mm,
story. We were 22 at 27, so we
yeah.
left some there too. But still, like just a gross offensive game for both teams. But credit to the defenses, man. I thought Indies was good. I thought ours has kind of been strong all year. Um, and Jack Armstrong made a good point when it's like down the stretch. Okay, this Indies team, the record is awful, but down the stretch, you still have 4 guys on the floor with Matherin, Nemhard, Siakam, and
McConnell.
McConnell, who was just cooking us, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so those are
17,
four
6, and
guys.
7.
Those are 4 guys that just went to Game 7 against OKC, and that's who you're playing down the stretch, right? So yeah, their record sucks, but when you get into the close game near the end and they're putting their dogs on the floor, that's a tough clutch time team to play.
I agree. I
Yeah,
found interesting was Pascal. Actually, like, if you look at, like, it was pretty underwhelming. I think he had like 15 points or something, but he only took 10 shots. He was 5 for 10.
yeah,
I don't know why
yeah.
he's not. I mean, Matherin took the most. I think, or sorry, TJ took the most. He had the best game. I think he only had 17. So, like, they didn't really have any wow scoring either from an individual. But, like,
Did you
Matherin 5
see?
for 15.
Did you see our defense when TJ thought about taking threes and we just sort of turned our back on him and he was 0 for 4? Did you
I
see how
honestly didn't.
disrespectful? Oh my
I didn't
God,
really.
dude. It's so
I thought
funny.
TJ, because he
BI's
hit
on
them
him and
last year in
like
the finals.
yeah, but I mean that's not his game. His game is couple dribbles
Yeah,
to his pull up and
the
then
classic little.
automatic, man.
Yeah.
He fucking does not miss from that spot. It's actually
Yeah.
incredible. But no,
Although he did miss yesterday.
he did the clutch
Down
time.
the
He did
stretch.
miss.
Yeah.
That's true. But Bi would be on him, and McConnell would be like at the 3 point line, and it's so clear we're just like daring him to shoot, and he does his
Yeah.
little jumper, and he went 0 for 4. So obviously it was a good plan.
Jeez.
Considering we won by 2 points, those were big misses, but
Yeah.
just very funny 3 point defense on McConnell there. But still, credit. McConnell's a really nice back. Like if that's who,
Oh,
if
I love
Shed can get to a
McConnell.
TJ McConnell, man, that'd be all like obviously unreal.
I honestly think he can. I mean, different skill sets, but yeah.
For sure, for sure. Like Shed can hit the three and his mid range as an ASO lead, but just for their
Defensively,
pesky,
much.
exactly,
Yeah.
their pesky shit,
Yeah.
just changing the game when they get in there. So, um, yeah, and then like we said, uh, Bi just fired up. Why I'm fucking here. This is why Masai traded for him with this
Hmm.
stuff in mind to hit the big shot down the stretch, and that's exactly what happened. Glorilla was fired up. It's so funny, dude. Ingram hits the
Bro.
shot, and I swear before they even pan to like Ingram celebrating, they go to Glorilla like first, going
Yeah.
like crazy. It's like what's going
So,
on?
and here's something I want to mention. So Sam and I had the privilege of watching the game with Sam yesterday at a local pub, and as soon as Bi hits the shot, And mind you, this is more of a Leafs-oriented pub, but and we were probably the only ones really engaged in the Raptors game. And as soon as Bi hits the shot, it's kind of like classic noise level of like a maybe a slightly above average bar, and then Sam's like pow pow pow, and everyone starts looking at us, and we're like fucking
Bow, bow, bow.
Pow,
That's her
pow,
man, dog.
pow.
Dude, it also kills me because I like listening it back to the game with like obviously we couldn't hear Jack and Matt Devlin
Yeah.
at the bar. They don't have the sound. But Jack's thing with BI is he'll like hit a tough two and you'll just hear fucking get him, and it just kills me, bro. It's so funny, man, how he
I'm
does
so
that.
glad that
But
we have continuity with our broad, like between Matt and
yeah,
Jack.
man.
You know,
Yeah,
it's I think to me they're two of the best in the game, like no doubt in my mind.
yeah. Well, the whole Jack get the garbage out of here, like
Oh yeah,
all they just yeah.
just two
And dude,
professionals. Man.
Every time Jack's like need a timeout here, Darko calls it like Jack knows
Yeah.
his shit.
Yeah.
It's a great and Alvin Williams too. Like when Jack's out, I
Yeah.
like Alvin too.
Alvin's
So
good.
we do
Alvin's
have
good.
we do I agree we have a good
Can't forget about Sam too. Sam's an OG.
yeah with Jamal Sheed, for sure. Uh, anything else from the Pacers game, or you want to start looking forward?
Yeah, I want to look forward, but I do really quickly just want to ask you a couple things.
Yeah.
So, given our current position in the East, second in the East, a game and a half back at Detroit, as you mentioned earlier, at what and like let's just say this trend continues, like we don't really move too much in the standings, and it's like the deadline arrives. At what point do we really consider making a big splash in, like, who would you move? Like, should we get, and who would you move to kind of make us that much more contending, attractive?
I think we've talked about it, man. It's turning Ochai 6 mil into a backup center.
Yeah,
And
but of course,
I think with how things are going, I think you can do that like on deadline day. Like it's not like, holy fuck, we're supposed to be a good team and we're
Yeah.
floundering right now. We need like a quick trade to sort of get us going right away.
no, but I think that's a no-brainer. Like I think that's like set in stone. Like at some point in time, we're gonna do that, no matter who it is.
Mhm.
But how far would you go? I mean, like, would you consider giving up CMB for like a stud?
No.
Not at
Well,
all.
I mean, what am I supposed to say? Like who knows who will come available? Someone new comes available like every week in the NBA. But in terms of right now, it's our first. Basically, Bi is like a trade acquisition starting the year because he didn't play at all last year. So that was a new guy to incorporate in. I am if the vibes are going like this, I am so content with Bobby just getting the backup center and then just seeing how this team does in the playoffs. Then, if we flame out in the first round, then in the winter or sorry, in the summer,
Reassess.
you can make more significant changes. But dude, we're on fire right now. I don't think we could have asked for a better start to the year. You get the backup center and turn Ochai into that. That's like for me, if I'm content with that
The only reason,
for this year.
yeah, no, I don't disagree with that at all. Like the only move, in my opinion, as well, is just a backup center. But the only
Yeah.
reason why I suggest CMB is because he's had some good games, but he hasn't been a
I'm
main
high on
contributor.
him.
Yeah, I'm high on him too, but he hasn't been a main contributor to our success. So if we can get a guy instantaneously elevating us to the next level, like I don't like right now the East is wide open, man. Like I think
Yeah.
we're right there with Detroit. Like we can contend with them in terms
I
of like
can't
actually
wait till
coming
we
out of
play
the
them
East.
for the first time and just see
Yeah.
how that goes. Yeah.
Well, the Knicks will be a great game. That'd be a good test. But
We'll talk about that. I'm a little skeptical as we're on a back-to-back for that game, but we'll
True.
chat about it soon.
yeah. But anyways, I guess my overall point is, what like, how far do you go when, like, if we look this good come the deadline, like, and CMB.
But if we look
is
this good, what's the
still-
need for like the big move? I don't
Well,
think
it's
there
not
is one.
because we're not really tampering with our actual rotation. Like CMB is not really.
But
a big
CMB's salary
rotation
is so
piece.
small, you'd have to tamper
Not
with
really
the
though.
rotation.
It's about
Dude,
9
it's like
mil.
6. Okay, well, still, what
That's
guy are you going to
him
get
and
for that
Oche,
money?
15. You can find a guy, or and then maybe there could be other things. I don't know. Like figure it out when it comes, but you can maybe. I'll have to do more research when it comes to like,
Yeah, we're so
contracts and
far
what will work.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no doubt the backup center needs to be addressed. The Brooklyn claim was very clear that's needed, but
And that Dayron Sharp's been someone who's been floated as like an option. And when
Yeah.
he came into the game in the Brooklyn game, because again, we just had Sandro because Jakob was out. They would just pitch the ball to him, and then our defense would collapse so much they just like that's how Tyrese Martin drops 26, because
Yeah.
we're all over helping to deal with the backup center because he's big, and
Yeah.
then the shooters are open on the wings. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
definitely,
wouldn't.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like Goga too, the Georgian.
That's who I said a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago, man.
He's
You
not
know I
even being
like Goga.
played. He's barely playing in
I
Orlando.
know.
So.
Well, is Mo Wagner back? Because maybe when he's back, Goga will be more free. But do you see him and Franz's little handshake before the game?
What is it?
Oh, you
I'm
did see this?
I'm biting my tongue
Mo
on this
goes
one.
like this, and then Franz like he pretends they're cow udders and like milks them. He goes like this on
Oh,
them.
it must be a German thing. That's so weird.
I
That
gotta
is
send you
so
that.
weird.
It's very funny. But yeah,
I think
I
Mo's
do.
already embraced like the shitty older brother
Yeah,
role. Kind of
exactly,
like
exactly.
Thanasis, like he just,
Yeah.
you know.
I love Mo the one because the whole he was with the LeBron Lakers one time when
Yeah,
LeBron was pouting and like sitting by himself on the bench like 4 seats
yeah.
away and stuff. And LeBron's whole thing was like, "You fall down, you stay down. A brother's gonna come help you up." And then Mo
Yeah.
gets falls down. No one comes to help him, and he like pretends to help himself up. Man, it's very very funny. Yeah, very
Oh my
funny.
god. Meanwhile, LeBron's like 6 seats away now. Was doing that.
And then after the game, he tweets like the hourglass emoji and say, "Oh, great! Like
I
that's
love
a
a
lot of
cryptic
fun."
LeBron.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay.
All right, you good to preview some stuff here?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, Raps are currently seventh in offense, fourth in D, Dan. So we've jumped up this week with our defense to turn into a fifth in net rating. So again, holding strong in like the top. I mean, our defense I think was below 10 last week, so we had a great defensive week, which makes sense. Cavs were under 100, Pacers were just under 100, so that makes sense. Um, Next 3 games, Saturday we're in Charlotte. Charlotte's currently 4-14. Charlotte's 18th in offense, 25th in D, 23rd in net. We just saw them, so we kind of Brandon Miller's back, so that'll be another thing to monitor. There's no notable injuries for Charlotte. RJ will be out, and then Dick is obviously questionable. Um, what are you sort of looking at in Charlotte on Saturday?
Um, I mean, we've seen them before. We know what to
Yeah,
expect. Uh,
definitely curious to see Brandon Miller for sure. I like Brandon Miller.
oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing that core play.
How
Like
are they four and
Lamelo.
14? Like they
Well,
they
Vito's
have more.
missed the
I
whole
get that.
season.
I know, but like, man, they have more talent than that, dude. Like that won't be an easy game. Fully healthy Charlotte in Charlotte on
But to
Saturday.
be
That
fair,
won't be
Sam, when
easy.
your rookie's your best player, like, come on. To me,
Yeah, but
Khan is already
like,
better than Lamelo, bro. Lamelo is just such a fucking clown. I cannot. He's so goofy. He's such a goofy person. I just cannot stand
yeah, I
someone like
know,
that.
but like he's so talented. Like Lamelo, Khan,
He's not a winning
Brandon.
player,
I
man.
hate Miles Bridges, but Miles Bridges, and then Cockbrenner, who's like serviceable with Colin Sexton off the bench. Like that's to me that's better than 4-14. I know they've been hurt, but that's not an easy game on Saturday. I don't
And this
think.
comes back. This comes back to the issue. I mean, yeah, the last time we played them, it was definitely very tight. I think we only won by 2. It's like 110,
Yeah,
108 or something.
it was close. It was
Yeah.
the Scotty game saving block on Sexton to end the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
and Bino got his hand on
yeah,
Kalkbrenner as well.
yeah.
But yeah, no, like that was a competitive game, no doubt. They have talent. You're right. I just like I said, and I'm always gonna die on this hill. If Lamelo is your best player or your best player, you're not gonna be a winning team.
And
It's just
that's
simple. There's no culture
and I
there.
agree. I agree. I'm just saying their talent, like to me, that's not an easy game based off their talent on Saturday in their home arena. Like
Yeah,
I that's by no means a walk in the park for me.
without RJ and Grady, it's gonna be a much
Yeah,
tougher game. So that's
for
Jakob
sure.
needs to step up. He needs to
Yeah,
honestly take advantage of Kalkbrenner in the paint, like younger center, not as
yeah,
experienced.
yeah. Yeah, we kind of just saw them. So matchup wise, we kind of I guess with Jacoby. So I guess Jacoby on
On,
Lamelo.
I was thinking Jacoby on Khan.
On Khan, yeah, but Khan's more so gonna go in the corner and catch and shoot. Like I
He's
think
been
I'd rather
facilitating a
Jacoby
little
on the
bit.
ball,
Yeah,
right?
fair. Yeah.
And then quick on
Yeah.
Lamelo, Scotty on probably Bridges, and then Bi on Miller. That's not great, to be
What if we?
honest.
I mean, we can do different switches. I wouldn't mind seeing Scotty on Lamelo. I think he can guard him. They're about the same.
Yeah,
Like
but
Scotty's a
Bridges
bit
is
taller.
strong, man. Like Bridges,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Maybe you
That's what I'm
start
saying, dude.
CMB
Like
and you do CMB bridge.
offensively, I don't like again, and they're supposed to be their injury. They're better than 18th offensively, Charlotte to me. But yeah,
Not
CMB,
as
yeah,
a unit.
CMB on Miles. That's
It's a
definitely
pretty favorable
a role
matchup.
for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else, Charlotte, or I think that's it for me.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm curious to see what they do at the deadline. If Colin leaves, if
AD,
teams
AD to
for
Shar.
why, for what though?
I
Like
don't know,
why for
dude.
both teams?
All I just said that is because they have Dallas's pick. So like, I don't know.
I
That's the
see,
only reason.
and they have Cap,
Yeah.
I think too.
Who knows? Okay. We play the next day, Sunday. New team, the Knicks. Kind of nice to get some new teams. It feels
Yeah,
like for the first month, it's been like the same 7 teams just a couple of times. But we're in New York Sunday. New York is third in offense, 15th in D, fourth in net. So they're the team right above us in net rating. OG will be out for them. Obviously, RJ will still be out for us. So both teams missing a significant player. Um, we've forgotten to do, well, last time my Wi-Fi lagged out, but the last two we haven't done like our predictions for like wins losses. I
yeah.
think this is where the win streak comes to an end, is Sunday. I
Mm.
think we get the Charlotte game. We're going to be on the back-to-back and have to
Is
travel
this one
to
at
New
home?
York.
Oh, okay.
No, it's in New York. So
Yeah,
in New York on a back-to-back, New York is not. They play Friday and then have Saturday off. I'm not expecting a win in this game.
yeah, yeah. Especially on a back to back, we're missing
Yeah.
RJ. We don't even know if Grady's going to play this game or like the next
Yeah.
couple games. Um, yeah. Although I would still like it's a winnable game. These are all winnable
Well,
games now.
are
I
all
think any
games
game,
not winnable except
yeah,
for
of
maybe
course,
going to
but like in
OKC at this
yeah,
point?
like in
But
the East. Well, like I think the top four in the West is we're not quite there on that like on that level.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, like I'm excited because this will be a real test. So
It's just like with it to me. This screams schedule loss. Like you're in the other team, a good team's home floor,
yeah,
and you're in a different city the night before, and you're without RJ Barrett. Like to me, I know OG's out, so that's I wouldn't say a wash because obviously Knicks fans would say OG is more valuable, and I'd probably agree considering we got RJ and Quick. Um, but yeah, I think
ironically
Knicks.
enough, though, like matchup
Yeah.
wise, I don't hate it against the
So
Knicks.
I was about to say, Jalen Brunson to me is like the ideal version of someone I'd want Walter to guard, where
Yeah,
it's like a smaller guard. Obviously, Jalen Brunson's awesome, but in terms of like Walter specifically, a smaller like look what he just did to Mitchell. Like a smaller guard. I don't hate that matchup, no matter
yeah,
how talented and good Jalen Brunson is.
and I'd also love to see Scotty on Cat
So yeah, that's definitely going to happen because
because I
they're
think Mitch
starting
is
Mitch
starting.
too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So Jakob on
Mitch,
Mitch,
kind of
Scotty on
offset,
Cat, Bi on
Bridge,
Bridge, and
yeah,
then Quick
Quick
on
on
who are they
Josh
starting
Fart,
for OG? Do you know?
Josh
Is it
Fart.
Josh? Yeah,
Yeah,
Josh Fart. You see, he just got robbed for like 125 grand
you're kidding.
in like watches and shit. Yeah, that broke today.
Like they broke
And I
into
know
his
you love
house.
Josh Fart, so
I do like.
yeah, at his
Well,
house.
I did.
Yeah, him and Killian Hayes for sure. Um,
Snatch
yeah,
game.
Knicks are 11-6. They're looking up to us in the standings at MSG Sunday. So if we're in that game and have a chance to win, I'd be ecstatic. I think it's a scheduled loss. I think that's where the winning streak comes to an end, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
Who?
Anything else
Sorry,
Knicks wise?
can you remind me? So they added Jay Clark, Shamit's still there. Who's the other big guy they had in the offseason? Chua's gone
Gershon,
now.
who's been like terrible. I don't think
Gershon.
he's played like at all. Yeah.
Gershon was just a name they threw out there. That's like he had a couple good games on Philly, so it sounds.
Well, they
good.
also added Brogdon, but then he retired like right before the season. So
No, I
Malcolm
actually
did
like
not.
Bro.
Yeah, I know. I've always liked Brogdon. He just
Yeah.
can't stay healthy. But
Yeah, it's too bad.
yeah,
Rookie of the year.
yeah. So that's the second game. Last game, kind of a fun matchup. Anytime we face a decent Western Conference team, it's kind of fun because we only see them twice a year. Portland at home. Portland, who is currently 8-11, and Chauncey Billups is still on indefinite leave.
Pending.
They're 20th in offense, 20th in defense, and 18th in net. Sort of surprised because, like, I mean, they're the only team who's beaten the Thunder. I kind of thought their overall ratings, especially on their
Barely.
defensive end,
Yeah.
would be better with Kamara, with Klingon,
Holiday.
with Giroux. Yeah, exactly. But in speaking of Giroux, Scoot, out. Dame obviously out for the season. Giroux's out as well, as is Thibault. So
And I
some of
thought
their
Shadon too.
no, Shadon looked good when I checked
Oh.
today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're going to be shorthanded. I'd imagine RJ will still be out, but Portland definitely down more people than we are. I'm excited to see them, man, because they're. I mean, again, they're the only team that's beat OKC. Um, yeah, it's a team we don't see much. Um, what are you kind of looking at Portland wise?
I like Denny. Like I think I like his game.
Well,
So
Denny's been really really good. You texted me
I
the
know
other
I
day, like, do you think he's a
yeah.
top 30 player? And he's, if not, he's like in that realm for sure.
Yeah, he's not that far off. Like I think him and J Dub are, different. They offer different things, but like not too far apart from each other in top 30 sort of
What
thing.
a trade that was! Like Portland
Dude,
gambles and gives up two firsts to my Wiz, and it's like two firsts for Denny Avdia, who's
but
like
one was I
got
think they were
talented,
protected.
but still, dude, it's two firsts.
Yeah,
Anyway, who Denny, he's shown flashes, but it's he's on a shit Wizards team, whatever, and he's actually turned into like that looks like a fair deal. If not, the Wizards lost out.
yeah. No, I just want to. I just want to double check the trade because I could have sworn like
Well, I
at the
think that was
time.
Brogdon in there. I'm pretty sure. Speaking of Malcolm, so there you go.
Yeah, yeah, it would be. Sorry.
But yeah, it's wait, sorry, what?
Carrington draft rights, Brogdon, and a
Yeah,
2029 first and two future seconds. So yeah, I guess it wasn't nothing. But I remember
yeah.
seeing it at the time, and I'm like, that's like, why would even Washington even part with him? Because he was the most promising of their young guys at the time. Like I liked him over Bilal, I liked him over Kispert.
Sure,
Yeah,
but it's like that
strange.
was good pick capital that they got in that trade. It's just Denny's taken a step with Portland.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'd love to see Denver in
uh,
Washington right now.
yeah, I'm just like so Portland's most recent game, they started Sissoko at the one, so definitely guard play. They're very shorthanded right now, as we kind of just went through. Dame, Scoot, and Giroux all out. So this is like their fourth string point guard now. Denny, Kamara, Grant, and Klingon. Shadon came off the bench for 21. I guess he is coming off the bench just in general now.
Who's starting at the one with Holiday out?
Sissoko, City Sissoko
Oh,
or
that's
whatever.
right. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. He was on Detroit not too long ago.
yeah. So I guess matchup wise, Avdia, Scotty,
Yeah,
probably.
has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be. Yeah.
So then I guess Jacoby just on Sissoko, whatever, just try and clog up the ball. Kamara's going to stand in the corner. I think you could do BI there.
Yeah.
Or, you'd probably have to
They're
do
gonna be on each
quick
other.
because you'd probably have to do quick because BI's going to have to be on Grant. Because if Scotty's on Avdia, it'd have to be BI on Grant.
Yeah,
And
because
then
Pirtle
Pirtle
and
on
Klingon are
Klingon.
an offset.
Yeah.
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 Uh,
I'd imagine that's how
I
it would
didn't realize
start.
how.
But,
Yeah, I didn't realize how big they were with Grant.
well, yeah,
and,
Denny at the two, man.
yeah,
That's what
kind of
happens.
fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cities.
I mean, it's still a game. It's at home. Denny's, they're shorthanded. That's one I think we should have. I hope we get some young Hansen minutes. That'd be fun. What is Rob Williams still doing on this team?
What is Rob Williams still doing in the league? More so. Like, what the fuck?
The Time Lord. What a yeah. what a
Boston
guy.
fleeces yet again. No, he's good. He can play at least 10 games for you.
He was like top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year one year.
Oh god. Also, now we can kind of reflect because the draft's a little far removed. 2023 NBA draft. Scoot goes 3. Amen Thompson goes 4. Something to think about. Imagine
And
Amen on that
Asor,
Blazers
Asor
team.
goes 5. So
And Asor
yeah,
goes
man.
5. Yeah.
The Scoot stock, like, like I don't know.
It's too bad.
It's too bad. You hope Dame. Who knows how much like. Oh, the veteran mentorship, right? Like, who knows how much that does anything? Like, that's why the Grizzlies brought in Derrick Rose to, like, help out Ja, and look how fucking that has gone.
Mhm.
So, like, who knows if, like, I can't imagine it's a bad thing, but is it, like, a positive at all? I don't know.
No.
But hopefully Scoot can get healthy and show a bit. Because, honestly, Portland, they've got something going, Like, they kind of have an identity. It sucks the Chauncey thing sort of maybe put their whole season out of whack. I imagine it's definitely weird. But, I mean, again, one team has beaten the fucking Thunder, and it's this
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something to
Albeit
hang
by
their
2
hat
points. But
Who
yeah.
cares? I mean, who
No, I know
cares,
it's
dude?
a
The
win's a
Thunder
win.
are
A win's a
insane.
win. I
Yeah,
think it was even at home that they beat them.
yeah, it was. It was in Portland.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But and to be fair, I don't mean to like shit on the Portland front office. Like it was a general consensus Scoot was going to go either second or third, so it wasn't
100%.
like an abnormal pick at the time. It's just his
Scoot
name hasn't
was
translated
more so
and
above Miller. Like when MJ
Yeah.
made that pick, because that was
Yeah.
like his last pick with Charlotte. It was like, I don't know about this one, and then it's clearly, Brandon's been hurt. It should have obviously been Amen as of right now.
Of
But
course, he
like
redrafted,
Miller
yeah.
was not a bad pick over Scoot.
No.
It's just that
No.
Amen has jumped both of them so far.
Yeah, and honestly, aside from a men, very underwhelming class. Honestly, like Queso went 10 to the Thunder, obviously, and then like
Who
Anthony
did?
Black at 6.
Oh,
Casey
Wallace.
Yeah.
Was
Like
that Derek
Brady was in
Lively
this draft.
too?
Lively at 12.
Yeah.
But like Keontae
Yeah.
at 16, Hackaz at
Ugh.
18. Like not a
Yeah.
Clowney at 21. Like not a great draft at all. These are the notable
Yeah.
names. Then
Yeah.
you got like a couple like whatever guys. in the
Assar,
second.
I still think Assar can be really good as well, like his brother. But
Oh, for sure. I'm super high
yeah.
on Asar. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got drafted
And he
4
was
and 5.
5.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who was 6th in that draft?
Anthony Black.
Was it Anthony Black?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
Which
just
not a
dropped
bad
30
pick.
on you this week, which was great for me. That was fun.
Anthony. Oh boy, Anthony buckets.
All right, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna go win in Charlotte, get the streak to 10, lose the next day in New York, win at home Portland. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm kind of on board with that. Part of me thinks that we could drop to Charlotte, but we are at
We
home.
definitely could, man. Like I've
Yeah.
said, they're not an easy game. That's not an
I
easy
know I was
game.
just shitting on them. I just think like at some point the streak is gonna run out, and there's a couple days of breathing space now. We've been winning without RJ, but Grady going down. Charlotte has Bino back now, so there's more things to account for. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna say stick with what you had: win against Charlotte, loss against the Knicks, win against Portland. But anything can happen, obviously. So.
And like you said, we the theme has sort of recently been these grindy, shitty games that we've just found the way to get the win. Most of these games have been against either very underhanded good team or under what am I trying to say? Under like a lot of short-handed teams or against bad teams. So when we're about to shift into especially December, we start playing better teams. The whole grind it out, just find a way to get that's not gonna be good enough.
Yeah.
It's certainly awesome. We've taken care of business. 13 of 14. I don't care what the schedule is. That's very fucking impressive. But when we're entering these better teams, I'm definitely excited and curious to see sort of how we look against better competition.
Right. Yeah. I really.
While still saying it's been awesome that we've taken care of business against these worst teams.
No doubt. Another
Yeah.
thing too. Knicks are 8-1 at home. So.
If we win the Charlotte game, I think we're gonna 10. It seems like a good number to stop at.
Yeah.
For
And
me.
Charlotte's 1-8 on the road. So.
Well, they're at home though. We're in
Oh,
Charlotte.
we're playing in Charlotte.
Yeah, in Charlotte on Saturday.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you have anything else, dude, or you good to wrap it?
No, I think it was a great pod.
All right, dude. If nothing else, so the Portland game's on Tuesday. So me and Dan will be back after that in some capacity. Thanks for everyone's support. Like, subscribe, comment. Let us know if you have any Raptor stuff. I know I've been getting texts from some people that like, how about those Raps? So like, it's cool that the city is, especially with the Leafs sucking so much. It definitely seems like the Raps are gonna get the city's heart this year, which is cool. One last thing, the fucking team picks they take, dude. They're so funny and good. Grady flexing in all of them, man, just kills me. He's
He's actually pretty
funny.
jacked, eh? He's putting on.
They all are, but yeah, Grady really gets the triceps.
But from his rookie year to now, like,
oh, for sure.
he's put on
His
some
rookie
good
year, we had to
muscle.
like shut him down for him to put on weight.
Dude,
Like,
he was-
that's
I
literally
felt like
something that happened.
every time he jumped, it felt like he could have snapped his leg. I hate to say that. It's just like he looked like chicken leg, like.
And he
brutal.
was so even with if he has a conch, he still made the picture to flex on the side like he always does. So
He's like
yeah.
delirious, like.
Wait, the picture flex and then he like passes out right after.
His concussed
Yeah.
face is like Bi is just regular.
Oh man. Oh, well, with with that, dude, Dan, you want to take us out, man?
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Over and out.